Listen up, cluckheads.
You're listening to Whiskey and Whine
With Rooster and
The Madman, where we talk about common sense, current events,
the Constitution and
morals, while comparing drinks of yesteryear to drinks of today.
so sit back, relax, leave us a comment.
Here comes Whiskey and Whine. No, just talk into it.
Okay, hello. I don't need to eat the microphone.
Reminds me, the Overlord's his dating profile has been getting a lot of hits.
Did he use his real profile pic, or is it that one with the Santa hat where he had his shirt off and the
Yellow
coconut
card.
I keep telling him it's not Christmas yet.
Rude.
Are we?
Oh, yeah. You goofballs. Yes, we're recording.
Well,
Do the thing.
Welcome back, cluckheads.
You know who we are. You know what we do. The current events, the common sense,
and
And me.
Constitution, and
And me. Stop.
oh yeah.
sorry, we're having some.
I guess
we're
shoving the microphone in someone's face only gets funny so many times.
That's what she said.
That's not a microphone.
Oh, is this a family-friendly show now? Remember that.
That's not a microphone.
So, special thing tonight. It's episode 55.
Yeah, so this is our fourth tournament of fermentation.
Tournament of fermentation.
It's a tournament
This
of
is where we don't
fermentation.
talk politics. We give everybody a break from that.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about how we just sent
Okay,
5 million
it's
barrels
which
of
episode?
oil.
55.
Episode 55.
Okay, and if we do these every 11, how many tournaments of fermentation is that?
4. But it's
For me, Lord.
but see, it's 4 because of inflation.
No, that would make it 7.
Oh,
That's
gotcha.
inflation.
Okay,
It's
so-
6.
Okay, so
No, 5.
so-
What's 5?
5.7.
Even Bucky's confused.
I think it's 5. I think it's 5.7.
It's 5. We're at 5. We're at 5. I'm going to
You know
call
what?
it.
We're good.
We're at 5. So episode 55, fifth tournament of fermentation. So not only do we not talk politics, like you mentioned, we don't talk about how we just gave 5 million barrels of oil to
Europe and China? No,
China.
We don't talk about that.
yeah. Anyways, it's not like gas is at all-time high or anything.
No, because it's coming down now.
Yeah, but the good news is it didn't use it out of our strategic reserve.
Strategery.
Strategery.
It's
But yeah, so we're not
strategery.
going to talk about that at all, or about why Kamala Harris sucks.
No.
But
You know what that does, though? It means that the one thing that I don't like when it comes to the tournament of fermentation is one of our favorite segments.
Where in the world is Kamala Harris?
Will be postponed till next week.
Well, she was in New Orleans, and they spelled Louisiana wrong.
They spelled Louisiana wrong behind. I was just like, oh my God.
Yeah, then she complete world style. It was bad. Anyways, so we're not going to talk about that stuff. We're
No,
just going to stick to a recap of all the last 10 episodes in the alcohol, the spirits that we've had, good and bad. And then we'll give our top 5 and our worst 5, kind of a thing. So,
So do we want to go from 1 to 10?
Yeah, let's go
like,
one-
like,
yeah,
or
1
do
to
we want
10.
to go from the most recent to the?
now
to the
let's bring them up to speed. Let's go 1 to 10. Let's bring it back on them.
all right. So we're gonna back it up.
Back it up.
Just back it up. Just keep
Beep,
just keep backing it up.
beep,
10 episodes. I need more beeps.
beep, beep.
There we go. There we go. Yeah. Pretend this was somebody
that's
that was
what the
backing
Overlord's
up into
date
the
sounds
dungeon.
like when she pulls up.
So I mean, like, whenever the
Yellow
doors
card.
wrong?
open and they're backing into the dungeon, so
Yeah.
it's like that beep 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 beep. Yeah, like
Yeah.
that type of thing.
So-
I'm getting a
Well,
look.
that's his.
I don't know if it was a yellow card
that's
look or if it was
his,
just like a stop now or you're going to get a yellow
That's
card
his bulk
look.
supply of dungeon oil sound when it comes in.
Is it even really
Straight
coconut
off the
oil in it
truck.
at this point?
You know what he says it is, so
Don't you make it?
no comment.
I was about to say
I don't like to talk about my white label accounts.
those under the table accounts.
Anyways,
Morals yellow cards herself based
yeah,
on what I didn't
you get your own
say.
yellow card on that one. So number one,
Okay, so we're gonna go all the way back.
yeah.
All right, so that was the Grey Goose watermelon basil and the Smirnoff watermelon
versus Smirnoff.
Smirnoff.
Formerly Starplex.
Flavored vodka contest.
Now it's Dos Equis Pavilion.
Is it Dos Equis? No. I still call it Starplex.
That's because everybody still calls it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, go over to the Coca-Cola Starplex. Iron Maiden's playing tonight. Where? The Coca-Cola Starplex.
Never.
You can tell how old someone is by what they call it.
First
Yeah,
off, I'm going to need you to
Starplex.
lower your voice
Yeah,
right
Starplex.
now.
Craziest concert I ever went to Starplex. It was the most violent. They actually had to bring in the riot control guys.
Was it
and
the
all their
Hanson
gear
Brothers
still.
concert?
No, it was actually Hank Williams Jr. And they actually brought in riot control with the shields and the masks and the batons and the full ass whooping and
See, I figured
gas,
it'd be
all
like
of it,
it'd
man.
be like Hanson Brothers and Nickelback.
it was pretty
or
cool.
something.
He showed up like 3 hours drunk, 3 hours late.
Naturally.
Drunk as a skunk, you know. Poor Steve Warner had to do water to wine like 4 times, and it was bad.
Yeah.
Anyways,
And
all
we're
right, so-
derailed.
so back to the booze.
So it was the Grey Goose watermelon basil versus the Smirnoff watermelon,
Yeah,
and the Grey Goose won.
yeah, it was better. I mean, just flat out, it was better.
It was just flat out better.
It was unanimous.
That basil kind of kicked it over the edge, which all of us were kind of surprised that basil and watermelon actually. Went well
I didn't
together.
think the basil would go with it, but it absolutely made the difference. So
And if I remember right, the wasn't it the Smirnoff? It just tasted like you were drinking a liquid Jolly Rancher.
yeah, it did. It just tastes like watermelon Jolly Rancher.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the what is it? The Fireball
Yeah.
stuff. Just tasted
Yeah.
like Fireball candy.
No, but that being said, that was still by far not the worst one that we've ever had.
No, it was not. No. And these two were both, they were decent. I mean, if you were
And
looking for either one,
surprisingly-
you were in decent shape with either one of them.
Surprisingly, like a lot of these 10, there were very few weeks that there was just a winner, loser, or everybody lost.
Well, there's a couple in there that everybody lost.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I mean,
this one wasn't one of those.
No, this one to me, the Grey Goose is if you were trying to impress somebody like a lady friend. I'd have one of those kind of summer cocktail
Okay, hold on.
drinks.
Hey,
You go with that one.
stop. I got my pen out. I'm writing this down. Okay, so if I was wanting to try to impress a lady friend, we'll just
table
we'll
that.
just come back to this later. All right.
So,
But yeah, so the Grey Goose won.
Yeah.
And we've had just the Grey Goose vodka before, and it's a great vodka. We've had the Smirnoff vodka. It's nothing to write home to mom about.
no, it's your basic vodka.
Yeah.
I mean, it's better than the super low end stuff, but
Like
it's
Skull.
yeah, it's a great mid range.
Yeah. So I mean, neither one of these were really bad.
No.
But the quality of that Grey Goose was just over the top.
Yeah, and it doesn't change when you go watermelon basil, which takes us into our next one. So the next week we did a Youngling or Yingling, however you want to pronounce it.
Yingling.
Yingling. But this is not
Say
the
it
normal
correct.
one. We've done a few of those.
Say it
Yingling
right.
Flight.
Say it the proper way.
Younglings are Star Wars. Yingling is a beer.
There we go.
Yeah, I really like when you slaughtered those.
Although
Younglings. That's pretty cool.
although we have killed a couple of younglings and yinglings.
So. But their Flight is like their ultra light beer.
Yeah, and,
It's
and
not
then
the
when we
regular light
compared
beer.
it that week to the Michelob Ultra.
Yeah, and what really ended up, which I wasn't expecting in that situation, was the Flight tasted like light beer, and the Ultra
Yeah.
tasted like watered down nothing.
I mean,
it was
realistically, I don't know if you remember it, Morals, but like literally the Yingling, it tasted just like Yingling. It didn't. It
was good.
taste
So if you're looking for an ultralight,
bad.
that was the one to go with. Our third one that we had on that, getting into it was
that was a celebrity whiskey week,
Celebrity Whiskey. So that was Walking Dead versus Blackened, by
and that was
Metallica.
one of the first ones that we really had that there was no real loser.
No, they were both good.
There was just one that was better than the other.
The biggest surprise for me on that one though was just how well the Blackened really was. I expected it just to be.
And if I remember right, the Walking Dead whiskey was like $25, and the Blackened was like $55. So
I think you're off on that. I think the Walking Dead was more in that low range, like the $13, and the Blackened was in that higher range. That's
I
one
know
of
that the
highest ones
Blackened
we've
was
done.
like $55. I can't remember the Walking. I know that it was somewhere around that 20.
But that Walking Dead came almost as good as any. I mean, it's probably the best low end we've ever had.
It's one of the best low end whiskeys we've ever had. Period.
So,
but compared it to the blackened and that, and and if I remember right, the blackened also had like they held it in the sherry barrels and stuff
they
like
aged
that.
it in a cherry cask barrel.
Yeah,
it was.
So I mean,
and you could tell the difference. I
it
was
was just
absolutely shocked how good it was.
It was over the top, just good.
It's one of the best whiskeys we've ever had. And then I think we get into the next one, which is
that was the week that we did the fruit beers.
we fruited it up a little bit. Strawberry. So Strawberry Fields Forever.
It was the Strawberry Fields Forever.
Yeah, funny. Karbach was one of them, and they actually call it Strawberry Fields.
Yeah.
And then Shiner was the other one. Shiner Bock Strawberry Blonde. That was the one with the daddy issues, comes with the bad credit and a lot of debt.
Came with dyed hair, bad credit, and daddy issues.
Still yellow cards at both of you. I did it then, and I'm doing it now.
Okay, now first off,
Et tu blonde?
You already gave me a yellow card on it. So there's this thing in the legal system called double jeopardy.
That's only on the same crime.
But that is the same crime because
New
I already
episode,
got
new crime.
I already got a yellow card on that.
New episode,
Well, think of it
new
like
crime.
state versus federal. You can get charged both of them on it.
Criminal versus civil.
Oh, there you go. Ooh, that's a good one. She got you.
First off, I don't like either one of you right now.
Well, I tell you what I did like out of those is it was a weird one. We went with Strawberry Shiner Blonde. Because,
this one was weird. I remember
because
now. Yeah,
we had to
yeah,
base
yeah.
it on it's supposed to be a strawberry beer, and it was the most strawberry.
Yeah, it was
of
it was the strawberry. The two we all preferred.
Yeah, if I was just going to buy a weird fruity beer and enjoy it as just a beer,
it would have been the Karbach.
I would refer to the Karbach.
But in the spirit of what we were supposed to be judging,
yes,
it was the Shiner that actually was the true.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, they absolutely hammered home.
And neither
the
one of those were
strawberry.
bad. If
No,
I
they're-
remember right, the Karbach was
good.
a lot more halty, moppy.
Yeah, it was. It tasted more like what you would expect out of a beer with
Like
a
a little
hint
bit
of
more,
strawberry.
it was a more bitter beer with a hint of strawberry. Whereas the Shiner was like, you want some strawberry?
Yeah.
Bam.
I got
here's
some strawberry for you.
Yeah,
Kind of thing.
I got your strawberry right here.
Hey, you said it a lot sexier than me.
What? Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm
I
not
was
commenting.
talking baseball. He was sliding into third. He got a nice little strawberry on the
I was talking
outside
to the
of his
aggressive guy that always hangs outside of liquor stores.
leg. See, none of that was sexual. That would have been cherries,
Yeah.
not strawberries.
I'm just going to leave that alone. Moving on.
Budweiser was the next one.
So anyway, the Shiner won that one. In the
Shiner
spirit.
did win. Shiner did win.
But that was the weird one because we
But
all
they're both
preferred the
winners.
Karbach.
Yeah. Well, we've heard the
But-
Karbach as a
but-
beer, but as a
but the-
strawberry.
In the strawberry essence.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
the contest was strawberry. And
Yeah. So it takes us into number 5, and then after we do number 5, we'll take a break and talk about our non-alcohol drinks
yeah.
tonight. Number 5 was Budweiser. Spoiler alert, I already
Bud
gave
Light.
it. Bud Light, excuse me, Bud Light.
Yeah, so not Butt Wiper, but it was the Butt.
So this was still us
it
trying
was
to
the
do
Butt
the
Light versus the Butt Neck.
This is still trying to do that ultralight weird thing. So it was traditional Bud Light that
It
you
was
could get
awful.
any ballpark, anywhere.
That was one of the first ones that we had that was
Yeah.
just awful.
Versus Bud
In this
Next
range. Yeah, it was
Zero
that,
Carb.
It was that Bud Next Zero Carb. And that was one of the first ones that inside this tournament of fermentation that all of us were just like, this clucking sucks.
Yeah, first of all, Budweiser needs to take the word beer off of that can.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing beer about that. It's like Zima.
It was
even
al-
Morals gave it back.
Yeah.
It was almost like they were trying to mimic like a seltzer, but they didn't quite get
Well, it was.
to
It was a hard rice seltzer. It
Yeah.
wasn't really even beer.
Yeah.
It didn't taste like a seltzer
That was the
either.
first one out of
No, it was
everything, all the other ones before that, the previous 4. That was the first one that just really left me prickly on the
I've had better
insides.
non-alcoholic club soda than that particular beer.
Yeah, but would you say that Budweiser Next left you
No,
prickly
I heard it the
on
first time.
insides?
I don't even think it was good enough to merit that.
No, it's no.
Did it leave you prickly on the outsides?
Very possible, yeah.
No, because that one is coming up. The one that I'm referring to with that.
Yeah, I wouldn't even send that one to John Kerry.
Yellow card.
Yellow card.
Hold on, I'm pulling up the Wikipedia page. It's me.
Oh, you
All right.
not talking politics?
Oh, no.
But
We're not-
I came across a story
We're not
I guess a
talking
couple months
politics.
ago of another person on the Clinton list that never made any of the lists. It was one of their cabinet members back in Arkansas. And the craziest thing is the guy committed suicide, obviously. So obviously he was really sad. But he had managed
He probably had a really loving wife and children.
It's the weirdest
and
suicide.
he had a really great career going for
but
him.
it's the weirdest suicide. He shot himself in the chest with a shotgun and then hung himself with an extension cord from a tree on his farm.
Yeah, that sounds normal. What? You've never heard of that before?
Just the sheriff explaining it was like,
Yeah.
so exactly how much does your bank account just go up when you explain this?
No, that's absolutely normal.
None of that made sense. But anyways, we're not talking politics. But what we do need to talk about is we need to talk about
Yeah, we need to talk about our
non-alcoholic.
non-alcoholics.
Yeah.
So morals. What do you have for us here? You were the one that splurged and got us these.
This week we are discussing mojitos.
Mojito. First
But-
off, I'm going to stop you right there. How do you know what these drinks identify as? Maybe it's a mojito. Maybe it's a mojito.
Yeah, I'm going to question your pronunciation because it clearly says Mojito on the can.
Yeah, and everything you just said wasn't even in the mic, so that didn't even pick.
Mojito.
Both of you can mojito right out of here.
Well, it doesn't have that little weird slash thing they put across the top.
That's not.
And it's
on
a
the
zebra.
juice.
First off, that's not a slash thing. It's just the way he wears his top hat. Just his hair falls down that way.
You and your dad jokes. Very punny. Okay, so mojito.
They slash she.
All right. So it's mojitos, and we got, what is this?
So these are the mixes. So we're doing them sans alcohol. We have
sans alcohol, which is different than like dirt alcohol, different than cement alcohol.
It's like the sanitized version of it or something.
It could be.
meaning you can add alcohol to them if you choose to, but you don't have to.
Well, we're not doing that because it's
We're not
tournament.
doing
It was a term of fermentation, so we don't drink alcohol.
So first we have the Neon Zebra Mojito Mix, and it is described as a lime mint flavor.
So mojito is like a Cuban thing, right? It's just
Basically, yeah.
yeah. So why is it a zebra? So those famed
Okay, so first off,
herds of Cuban zebras.
You're literally questioning her American Honky Tonk Bar Association degree.
I'm just questioning the brand.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
You redirected.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's a zebra.
it's cool. It's a zebra.
It's a
Why
zebra. Maybe
Neon
it's a
zebra,
Cuban zebra.
non-alcoholic, made
Could be
with
a Cuban
real
zebra.
fruit juices.
I mean,
not allowed to leave.
are there Cuban zebras?
One can is 7.5 ounces and 140 calories.
Wow.
So it's not a diet drink,
No, it is not.
but you're supposed to mix this because it's a mojito.
So there are
mix.
unexpected animals
But
roaming
it's not
Cuba,
too-
and
I mean,
zebra
145
is
calories
one of
isn't
them.
Too much.
Not terrible.
Yeah. There are unexpected animals roaming Cuba, and zebra is one of them.
Oh, okay. I stand
Okay.
corrected.
So there we go with that. Okay.
The other one that we're looking at tonight is Owens Craft Mixers. It is a mojito mix, but it's not defined as such. It is defined as a mint, cucumber, and lime mix.
Because normally you put rum in these things, right? It's
Correct.
mint, it's cucumber, it's rum.
Correct.
Yeah. Cool.
So both are made with real juices.
We know you like
Both are-
rum.
I do like rum. I like the rum. And this one's got a donkey on it, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Donkey!
I knew before I even bought the
Wonder if it has
bottle.
layers.
Can I sing it? No. Can I hum it? Fine.
So the Neon Zebra is 5% juice. The Owens is 3% juice. Serving size for Owens is 8 fluid ounces, which is just a little more than the Neon Zebra, and 90 calories per serving. So
I'm in, man. It's just,
Yeah,
just,
you know what?
check it out.
You just pour it. Although before you pour, I do want to admire these beautiful glasses. Have you seen these acid etched glasses that are dishwasher safe? Now the ones that we're drinking out of right now, these have the Marine Corps Eagle Globe and Anchor on them, and you can find them like exclusively at giftedchicken.com, home of all your beard, bath, and body needs. Based right here in North Texas, veteran owned and operated. And I mean, like literally, they have an entire assortment of beard, bath, and body products, but they have these type of glasses that are acid etched in every branch of the military, with excluding the Space Force.
Yeah, we still don't recognize that one.
Oh, do you know these guys?
Yeah, I'm aware of the company.
You're aware of the company?
He's a pretty good guy.
So I had someone point out something to me, speaking of the glasses we have right now and the current, the logo that's on the current glasses that we're using.
Okay.
And I was hoping maybe you could enlighten me on this thing that was brought up to me on this logo.
I will try to, although that sometimes the sheer amount of genius that I have is dangerous. So if I fear that it's going to endanger the public, I won't.
So this logo is of the United States Marine Corps. Okay.
Yeah, with the Eagle Globe and Anchor.
Correct.
Yes, I'm familiar with it.
It's the chicken on the anchor.
And
Collect you.
it was brought up to me that in the Marine logo, the rope is tied around the anchor, which was used to signify the fact that the boat was not usable.
Negative.
The thought process,
Nope.
the thought process
Negative.
behind that was that the Marines ride in the boat, but don't run the boat. So that's why the
No.
rope is wrapped around the anchor.
No, see,
And I knew you'd have an opinion, which is why I said that.
the rope is actually, we stole that from the Army. We stole the
Cool.
anchor from the Navy, obviously, and we stole
What is
the
Department of the Navy?
Eagle from the Air Force. And then on the seventh day, whenever God rested, we overran his perimeter and we took the globe. That's where that comes from.
Gotcha.
that
Okay,
makes
just
more sense.
Yeah.
needed
You
some
know, another fun
clarification
fact
on that.
about the Marine Corps that you may not know is the Marine Corps flag. Everybody's familiar with it, right? The colors actually stand for something. Red is for all the blood of the Marines that had been spilled before. The yellow or the gold is for the honor of the Corps, and then blue is for every one of them that got over 100 on the ASVAB.
That is actually true.
Because there's no blue on the Marine
Yeah.
Corps flag.
Yeah.
Got it.
Well, there was, but they couldn't find the crayon. Someone ate it.
I will admit, the blue is the tastiest one. I mean, it's just
Tastes like cold.
The aftertaste is just amazing.
Just a friendly
Like,
reminder
it
to our
hits the-
listeners
hits
out
the-
there.
hits the back of the
Madman
palate.
is a Marine, Rooster is an Army tanker. So that's
That's
where
okay.
this
You know, the thing is that
loving camaraderie comes from.
And the thing is that anybody that's ever been in the service, we can give each other a hard time. But then the minute somebody outside of it says something, we're like,
Whoa, hold
wait
on.
a second.
You shut your dirty mouth right
You
now.
shut your dirty cluck hole right now. Yes, he is an armchair civilian in a blue suit that just happened to be in the Air Force.
Yeah.
That had a nice crisp click
I
to
did
it.
have a crisp click.
That being said, I'm not
Beast
afraid
track,
to stomp a mud hole in your cluck hole and walk it dry. I'll make fun of him for it because he couldn't do it. But we would still do it.
It's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good, man.
It's good.
Yeah, I hated to see when the Marine Corps gave up the tanks.
Yeah, that kind of made me
The old
sad.
1812s.
Apparently, Morals is getting a little too soused over here on this non-alcoholic mojito because she's like dropping stuff.
Mojito. That's just fun to say.
It really is.
It's like saying Fernando
Fernando
or Romando. Not as fun as Francisco.
Francisco. But one of my favorite restaurants to say, Marisco's 2000.
Is that better than 19 Marisco's 1999?
No, like, and seriously, in Louisville, like I think it's off of
It's
Business
35 and
121.
121. Yeah.
And then there's another one like off Walnut Hill in like 35. It's Marisco's 2000. But you can't say it like that. Anytime you say it, you've got to automatically get like in touch with your inner Antonio Banderas, and it's like Marisco's 2000.
Well, I didn't have the little pour spout, so it's glass bottle.
Yeah,
it's
this
fancy.
Owens is not SeaWorld friendly.
Yeah. Glurp, 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 glurp,
Glurp, glurp, glurp, glurp, glurp, glurp.
glurp, 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 glurp.
I would like to say that we have a special guest in the house tonight.
Who's our special guest?
We have the one and only Mr. Christopher Eaton.
At this point, he's just kind of a hang around, isn't he?
So do you have those? Do you have those poured? Are they ready? We good to go?
They're ready.
We're ready.
Plop,
All right,
fizz,
so
fizz. Let's do it.
all right, so which
Locked
which,
in, loaded.
Haha!
See
I
what I
see
did
what you
there?
did
See what I
there.
did there?
See what you did
I
there.
couldn't make a deep Dallas radio pun, so locked and loaded is best.
I did make a deep Dallas radio pun, but then it got red carded.
No, that's terrible.
We could have deep Dallas radioed at the beginning with the microphone, but we didn't.
That is true.
And apparently-
we totally missed opportunity.
And
on that
apparently,
one.
those two little things on their chest, those are not radio dials.
Oh yeah.
If this was a video,
there's a
it
game
would
that
have
goes
been
with
red
that.
carded.
All right, so what we got here? What we got here?
Which
before
one we
we
want to
get-
try first?
Let's do the neon zebra in the
Neon zebra and the
marine core glasses.
All right.
That's the wrong glass.
Cluckage,
Neon
clinkage.
says get our cluckage clinkage going on here. All right.
Alright.
Take a sip of this. That is very sweet.
That is sugar.
That,
Sugar.
Mint and lime with a
Yeah, it's-
touch of cucumber.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not bad, but it's very sugary.
But it's not a whole lot of mint. I've had mojitos before, and this is pretty low on the mint scale on it, but it's very high on the sugar part of it. Which
Once
I'm
again-
assuming is to make up for the lack of rum.
Yeah, it's meant to be mixed. So
See what you did there? It's meant
Mm.
to be mixed.
Ah.
That was bad. All right, so then what's this other one that we got here?
this
the
other one
Owens?
is the Owens.
The Owens.
You want to do the other one, or we want to do some more stuff? We taste both right now.
I'm going to taste.
it.
Let's get our cluckage clinkage here. So we're going to take the Owens, hand the bottle over there to Mr. Christopher, so we can just take a swig off that, just get your pull off
This
that.
one
No.
smells different.
Oh,
Smells like a
the
pickle.
the Uncle Biden sniff test. This does not smell as good as some of
Ooh,
the
I
other
like.
13-year-olds. This.
You know what? It doesn't smell or taste anything like the other one, but I dig it.
It has a hint of pickle.
But not like the gross. I won't spoil the other one, but yeah, it's.
I think we
No.
lost Madman.
No.
No, I think the cucumber they put in had already been pickled. It's different.
This
It's not at all like a mojito, though.
inside.
This should be its own thing.
Yeah.
But as far as the non-alcohol version, I think I'm liking it a little bit better than, because neither one of them have the alcohol in it. So
But then we'll
This
have
has
to
a
do a
lot more
go back
cucumber.
because you're clucking insane. If you choose that over this one,
Well, we
I'm
gotta
gonna
go back and everything.
I
Calm-
realize that, but I'm gonna throw
calm
something.
yourself.
Hakuna your tatas.
I hakuned my tatas.
Hakuna that tata.
This is not a memory calamity over here, okay?
All right.
All right, so let's get back into this.
Yeah, let's get back into it.
So number 6, that was the worst week in the history.
Oh God, Wicked Hen poisoned us on this episode.
Yeah.
So this
This
is
was
my
the
darling
episode
bride,
that
the Wicked
was-
Hen, was allowed to pick these drinks.
It was the Revolver Don't Go Bacon
Bacon
My
My
Heart,
Heart.
versus the
Martin House
Dill
best
Pickle.
made pickle beer.
First off, everyone lost that night.
Yeah, there were no winners. No winners.
And I felt so sorry for Ryan and those guys. That was the first night they ever came over to the bunker.
It was the first time we met him. Yeah.
Yeah, and I just want to be like, I'm sorry, guys, but I really just want y'all to drink the rest of this because no one should ever have to drink this.
Yeah. So, but there had to be a winner, and it was supposed to be the most palatable of the funky beers, and that one went to the best made pickle.
That went to the best made pickle. If I remember right, that Revolver Don't Go Bacon My Heart, it literally tasted like burnt bacon bits. Not even like real bacon.
Yeah, it was
like,
just it tasted everything about it tasted like whatever they made it. They burned the crap out of it.
And then they threw maple on it or
Yeah,
something.
it was. If pickle beer is not weird enough, bacon beer is just, and I was really gunning for the bacon beer because it's bacon.
Yeah.
And we sort of kept backing into it. So it's like, it's not really bacon. It's more like bacon bits.
Yeah,
Then
it
we're
didn't taste like
it's
bacon.
not
It
really
tastes like
bacon
Bacos.
bits. It's, like
The little
Bacos.
It's like
crunchy
Bacon bits.
And then it's like, it's not even like Bacos. It's like the Equate brand Bacos.
Yeah, I would say more like maybe the Aldi brand, or is there something even more sketchy like a gas station brand somewhere?
Yeah, I'm going to need your Quick Trip brand of bacon bits.
This is
Sir,
the
we
Phillips 66 brand Baco bits.
Sir, we don't make those. Yeah, I'm just going to need you to figure that out.
Loves brand Baco bits.
Yeah, they were bad.
Conoco.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was the Conoco bacon bits.
Yeah, so there were no winners that night, but
No.
somebody has to win, so we said it was the pickle beer.
But that next week, that was the lemonades. That was and there was that was a good week. That was a good week.
Cool, refreshing drink. Yeah, it was a good week.
What?
Lemonade song.
What?
The
No.
cool, refreshing drink.
Back it up. Sing it. What?
Lemonade. That cool, refreshing drink. You don't remember that?
No. Is this like from an Eddie Murphy skit or something?
It's Eddie Murphy making fun of Elvis.
Unfamiliar.
Gotcha. All right.
We gotta win this race.
Okay, so
Yeah, the
first
whole
off, I
skit
just
thing.
kind of pulled Eddie Murphy out of my butt, but
Well, you were close.
But,
I mean, yeah. I don't know why you got Eddie Murphy up your butt, but whatever.
hey, man, it's 2022. You can
Not allowed to ask those questions anymore.
You're not allowed to ask that.
Yeah, he's telling First Sergeant that a lot.
So this was one of the first weeks that we had in at least like 3 weeks. There was not a loser.
No, they were both
really
really
good. But that being said, the Crown lemonade was actually better, which surprised us because whenever we did the pre-canned Crown and Jack, we were expecting the Crown to do better because that can was awesome.
Yeah, the Crown and Cola was terrible, but the Crown Whiskey Lemonade was amazing.
Yeah.
But if you remember when we did the Cola one, that was because they used like a ginger beer or something weird, or I don't know what they did. It was just gross. But really what made the Crown was the fact that it had Crown Royal whiskey in it versus vodka.
Yeah. And I mean, but neither one were bad, but
No, they're both good.
yeah.
Couldn't go wrong in either way. If you're looking for a good hard lemonade, these are ways to go.
And then it was that next week where we fastened our oars and we fixed our wolf tails and we grabbed our shield maidens and we went going a Viking.
Yes. Copper Sky Craft Mead.
We went mead.
They donated, thanks again to those guys, they donated the meads for the episode. They gave us their traditional and their, what was it, rosemary
It was the
tangerine.
rosemary tangerine.
Yeah.
So this one
And I was outnumbered on this episode.
This one was weird because at the time of the episode, the rosemary won.
Yes. I was the only one who said I like
You were the only one that
traditional.
said you liked the traditional. The next day, I did message you and say, I regret my decision.
Yeah.
It should have been the traditional.
Yeah, I'm like the Nostradamus of drinking.
Because yes, you're the
It was in the
Nostradamus.
14th quatrain of
Yeah.
my book that I'm going to write. Sometime.
Because the next day, all I could it was like just coating my mouth. All I could taste was rosemary. Yeah. So at the time of the show, the rosemary won. Morals and I chose that. You chose the traditional. The next day, I recanted my vote, and I did say that I would go with the traditional.
And they were both good. The problem I had with the rosemary, even though it won, was the rosemary overpowered the tangerine.
Yeah.
I really think the tangerine should have been more of a less rosemary, more tangerine. And
Yeah,
we probably
yeah.
would have got that one. But it was still good. They were both good. There were no losers.
There were
in that
no
night.
losers in that one either.
You can go a Viking and have a good time with Copper Sky.
Although the next week was filled with losers.
Okay, so this is again another
Yeah,
donation.
how about you explain that
This
one?
is again another sponsorship
No, I went.
donation
Yeah,
from
okay.
our friends at
So
5G
it was a
Farm,
sponsorship.
Texas.
It was a sponsored donation.
He
yada,
drove
yada,
out to
yada.
Sherman to a brewery out there, 903 Brewery, and he bought a bunch of weird beers. And they're expensive beers. He didn't buy cheap ones. He bought the expensive stuff.
And I am thankful that he, trusted
Yeah.
us so much.
And he gave us
He gave us these.
a variety of three
What I
different
want
kinds.
to know on the backstory, what did you do to cluck and piss this guy off?
I don't know. I guess he just thought it would be pretty funny. And when I told him, I said, we're gonna give you a shout out on the episode. He's like, you don't have to do that. Before we drank it, he's like, you
That
actually,
should
knew
have been your
exactly.
first
you don't have to do that. You don't have to do
He
it.
knew exactly what he was
So,
doing.
but the surprise on that one is they were all three terrible, but Squatch Tracks was the most palatable.
Yeah, Squatch Tract was the least terrible.
And that was the peanut butter one.
Yeah.
It was.
But the other ones were like something like
They all of them had
like-
coffee in them. One
it
was
was-
peanut butter coffee.
it
and
was
all of them
like
had,
La Bamba and Devil's Last Dance.
yeah,
or
the other ones was
something.
Like a Bomb and Devil's Last Dance.
Yeah.
And they were all some type of vanilla and coffee or hazelnut and coffee. The peanut butter and coffee was the winner. So somebody at 903 really likes coffee beer.
Yeah, but they did these wrong.
Yeah, it's.
They were
But I mean,
just-
I'm sure there's somebody out there who likes it. So Squatch Tracks, if you're looking for a funky 903,
Somewhere out there,
you could certainly
beneath
get that
the big blue sky. What?
one. You done?
Like y'all don't know Fievel Goes to America.
Sorry,
There are
man.
no cats in America.
Yeah, see, I knew somebody would know
all right.
Fievel Goes to America. Or
So
American
this is gonna take us
Tail.
to our last one. Tups.
Oh, the Tups, yeah.
Tups competition. Backyard Bach versus Day of the Dead.
And there
cool
was
kids. Contest.
Dia de los Muertes.
Actually,
So,
just a dead.
no, so like, sit up straight, get in touch with your inner Antonio Banderas.
I like Ricardo Monteblanc.
Dia de los Muertes.
Dios de los Muertes.
Mariscos
Like the big yeah.
2000. Mariscos 2000. Dia de los Muertes.
You have to say it like a question.
What?
Dios
Like a question. Mariscos 2000.
Mariscos 2000?
There you go.
That does some pretty good leche.
Go fuck yourself. San Diego. I'm
You know, so back onto the topics. The
put the
Tups was
question
another
mark?
one of those that there wasn't a loser.
There was
on.
no loser in this one.
But the only thing that the Day of the Dead beer, which I honestly to this day, that's probably one of the coolest can arts that we've
it was
ever
cool.
seen.
It was cool.
It was just like it wasn't really because it was like it was trying to be an IPA, but it didn't. It was almost like in that Blue Moon category.
Yeah, so it was less Mexican lager and more Blue Moonish,
Yeah,
kind of a deal.
And it
which
didn't really
is-
hit the IPA category at all,
Yeah.
really. But that being said, I want to take because I know that your go-to is Shiner.
Shiner Bock.
I want to take that Tups Bock versus a Shiner.
Yeah, it'd be a good
because that
competition.
was probably one of the best Bocks
It would
that
be
I've
good.
ever had.
It'd be a good taste test. So it was good. So obviously no loser in that one, but Backyard Bach did take it home.
Yeah, Backyard Bock took week 10 home.
So there you go. We got our top 10. You get the winners, you get the
Now-
losers. And now we're going to talk a little bit more about what's your
So,
top, my top.
I'll go with my top 5. So my top 5 were the Blackened, the Grey Goose, Watermelon Basil, the Crown Lemonade, the Yingling Flight, and that Tups Bock.
Okay, that's a good solid one.
What did you have as your top
So
5?
I had Blackened as well as the
Okay.
number one. By far, that's the best whiskey we've probably had on the show.
Well, we'll get to that.
Yeah. Grey Goose also.
Okay.
The Watermelon Basil is coming in number 2. I differed with you on the number 3, and I'm going to go with the Flight.
Oh, no, I didn't put mine in order. I just chose.
No. So number 3, I went with Yingling Flight.
Okay.
Number 4, I was at the Crown Whiskey Lemonade.
Okay.
And then at number 5, it's going to be a weird one because it was one of the losers, would be Walking Dead Whiskey.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I'm cool with that.
Even out of all the winners, I still picked one of the losers.
So
as
see,
one of
with
my
mine,
favorite
I did my top 5 of the winners and then my bottom 5.
ones. Okay.
So in my bottom 5 was the Revolver Bacon,
Yep.
the Bud Light Next,
Yep.
the Pickle Beer, the Like a Bomb, and the Devil's Last Dance.
Wow. So almost identical. Number 1 worst thing we had to drink last
Now, I
10
didn't put mine in
episodes.
order.
Well,
I just-
this is my order.
I didn't put them in order.
I put in order. Don't Go Bacon My Heart.
Okay.
Worst thing we drank, in my opinion.
It was better than Still Reserve.
Yeah. Bud Light, Next, Zero Carb, shenanigans. It's not a real beer.
Yeah.
The best made pickle beer, I don't like it. I know it won. I don't like it.
Morals did.
Yeah, Morals did. But she has morals, and
she's just like shaking her head, like, yeah,
anyways.
I did. What are you gonna do about it?
Devil's Last Dance by
Yep.
the
903.
And then again, I'm gonna have to pick on 903, the Like a Bomb.
So we had the exact same.
Yeah,
I just didn't put mine in order.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had the exact same bottom 5.
Yeah.
All right.
It
So
was terrible.
that being said,
Well, I want to see morals. You got any opinions on those?
morals? She's asking for the list.
Yes.
As she takes out her little half glasses to put them on for her
It's got the
American
little
Honky
bead thing.
Tonk
Yeah, it's got the little beads
Bar
so she can hang it on her neck.
Association. She puts it on. Oh, is she in a librarian outfit?
My hair in a messy bun.
Yeah, it's all pulled up with a pencil holding it together.
My pencil skirt.
It's almost like we need to have like some like little library theme music. No, that was the theme music because you're supposed to be quiet in the library.
Ha ha ha. Okay, so unlike the two of you, my worst of the worst was the Bud Light Next.
Mm-hmm.
Because to me, it didn't deserve to be on this show. Period. It
No,
should-
that was one of our
It's
worst.
Not a beer. Yeah.
That was one
it
of our
ranks
worst.
Right up there with the
Still reserved.
that one that we don't say. Yeah, that one.
That one. Overlord's favorite.
Overlord go to.
Keep in mind, I was not at all of the episodes in this series, so
Fault.
my top ones. Well, and the bacon beer that ranks way low. Way low.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Of my top ones, though, was the watermelon and basil
Yep.
vodka.
Yep, that was one of our top ones. So.
The Carbach strawberry,
Yeah, yeah.
and
I thought you liked the blackened too, though.
I did like the blacken. Yeah.
But not everybody's a whiskey
Yeah.
person.
And you guys are gonna throw something at me, but the pickle makes my top 5.
Yeah.
God.
Oh, I feel like we
Okay.
need Pee Wee's Playhouse when somebody says pickle beer. We go, ah!
All right, so some honorable mentions though. Even though that it wasn't in my top 5, I want to throw out 2 of them. One of them being the traditional mead. It was really, really good.
Yep.
And then the second being the Walking Dead, probably from one of the low end whiskeys, is one of the best we've ever had.
Yeah.
And I really liked it. It had a great bottle. The art on it was cool. It just didn't stack up that week to the Metallica Black and Whiskey.
Yeah, and as far as my call outs that didn't make either one of the lists, it would go to the Deep Eddy vodka lemonade.
Yeah.
And
It wasn't bad at
Walking
all.
Dead was already on my list. So that that's is what it is on that one. Because like I said, Walking Dead, but you can't go wrong with either one of those Copper Crafts guys. I like traditional.
No.
I mean, if you're looking for a good mead,
They were both great.
We've only ever done 3 meads or 4 meads, 2 of them by the same company.
Yeah,
Copper Craft,
so
and
we
then-
did the 2 Copper Crafts,
Yeah.
and then we did the Viking Blood
Yes.
and the Texas Renaissance.
Yeah, so I
Festival.
mean, if it had to come down to that, we've done Texas Renaissance, and if we had to compare it to Copper,
Copper every day of the week.
yeah, Texas Renaissance shouldn't even be on the shelf at that
That
point.
being said, I would take the Viking Blood.
Oh yeah, but I mean
Over-
that's a recipe that's been around. So what do we look at like 1032 AD or something like
Yeah,
that?
something like that.
So I mean, it's
You're just
it
throwing
is-
out arbitrary numbers.
It is what
now.
it is. So I did donate that, and that guy made a lamp out of the bottle.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. I got to see that one.
So, my worst.
His name of his company is called Get Lit.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, he's an old army medic.
So the worst ones that I had, I figured that since I had 2 honorable mentions for the greats, the 2 absolute worst ones, in my opinion, were the pickle beer and the Don't Go Bake in My Heart.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm gonna go. I'm down with you on the Don't Go Bake in My Heart. To me, it's a toss up between that next 0 because it shouldn't be classified as a beer.
It shouldn't.
At least the pickle beer was just a gross beer. This one, the next 0,
What the cluck was it?
Was just swinging a miss.
Yeah, so
it's
I
like
can-
they had this garbage seltzer water with alcohol in it. It said, I don't know what really to call it. And someone
Yeah,
said,
maybe
hey,
we
man,
can
throw beer on it.
capitalize off this.
Throw a beer name on it.
All
Put
right.
it out there in a little stupid can.
So what?
Make it look like Red Bull.
What was your if you had to choose, that was the absolute worst out of this one?
Absolute worst is Don't Go Baking My Heart.
Agreed. Don't go back. Now, the absolute best out of this one,
Blackened.
Yep. So see, at the end of the day, we agreed. So let's see what Morals is.
Worst and best?
Yep.
No pressure.
The next has got to be the worst.
Okay.
It's a good
I
call.
can't disagree with
It's a
you.
good call. It's a good call.
What was the best?
Don't say pickle beer. If you say pickle beer, we're going to Don't say it. Don't say it.
Take the pickle.
I'd have to say the Metallica whiskey was probably the best.
All right.
Oh, wow. This is one of the first times that we've all had, like, okay.
I thought she was going to be gurking us around there for a minute on that pickle beer.
I thought she was going to, I thought she was going to say, like,
Yeah, she's just gurking.
that pickle beer. Then I was going to have to throw something at her. All right, so let's do our go backs.
Go back. So
This is the Owens.
Owens. All right. Why are you putting your pinky
This smells horrible. How do y'all like this?
out? All right. The pickle thing's really wearing on me. I've had a few sips and it's starting to wear on me. No, I'm gonna. Well, we got to either go back going the other way. So
Yep.
all right, one more tries to the.
More,
test the
one more
zebra.
of the zebra, Cuban zebras.
All right, and then the.
Yeah. Nope. Ugh. Nope.
So I'm gonna let Morals go first since she picked.
So kind of like with the
Hold
strawberry.
up. Did you notice that she just made her? I'm going to make this diplomatic face.
It's all right. We're used to it. This is why we love her.
It's what I do.
Diplomacy in 3, 2, 1.
So like the strawberry beer selection, these accomplish two different things. I think as a mixer for a mojito, the Neon Zebra does the job. It's syrupy, which means it's going to be great over ice. You're going to want to muddle some mint in it. You're going to put a little bit of rum in it, and it's going to be about perfect. I think if you're looking for something fizzy and sweet to pour a little bit of Sprite in, maybe a splash of lighter rum, then go with the Owens. So for mojitos, I would say the Neon Zebra is the winner.
Oh, just the expression on your face right now. So I'll let you go. Go ahead.
All right. So for those of us that have higher functioning brain power,
Oh, so you're me go
Watch
next.
it.
this Owens is horrible. It
You
literally
seem to
pickles.
finish the whole glass off there.
You don't have to keep drinking.
Yeah, if
No,
something's
you
horrible,
do.
you don't have to keep
You
drinking
do.
it, man.
You do.
There's no alcohol in it.
Drink,
It's
drink,
just-
drink.
It's okay.
You're a non-alcoholic mixer.
Okay, so first off, it tastes like it has some type of weird fermented non-kosher dill pickle in it.
It's very pickly.
This is awful. And I don't know why anyone would buy this.
It does have floaty stuff in the bottle.
Wait, what?
Sinky stuff, technically.
What's floating in the bottle?
Well, yeah, to Chris's point, it's more sinking in the bottle.
Okay,
So
go
y'all
on with your
realize that
opinion.
this is not okay. This, I don't know who hurt either one of you. This is not okay.
Those are sea people.
What's the expiration date on it?
Does it have an expiration date? I don't know.
It doesn't.
I don't know if it does or not. What I can tell you is that
Well, there's so much vinegar in that thing, it's never going to expire.
you could use that to clean countertops.
So, which one are you going with then?
It's not that Owens. It's the Cuban Zebra drink. The
Neon
Cuban Zebra
Zebra.
mixer. The what's it called?
Neon Zebra.
Neon
Yeah,
Zebra.
So I'm going to go kind of with.
No, you better not.
No, hold on.
I'm gonna
go kind of with Moral's approach on it. The fact is, these are supposed to be mojitos. Therefore, I'm going with Neon Zebra.
Yes. Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
What?
They're supposed to be mojitos. So I'm going to go with Neon Zebra because that is the closest to what a mojito actually tastes like.
Agreed. That was my
But
opinion as
to
well.
her point, she is right. If you're looking for more of a summertime drink, and you
That's
want to put
filled
a
with
little
pickles.
little Sprite in there,
Yeah,
maybe a
Sprite
piece of
with pickles.
watermelon or something goofy.
Watermelon with
little,
pickles.
Little cool umbrella.
Yeah, with pickles.
And pickles. Little gherkin.
Don't
Little baby dill.
Jerkin my gherkin.
Not a sweet pickle though. Not those.
No, not at all. So there we have it. This was episode Neon Zebra for the
The
non-alcoholic
elusive
win.
Cuban zebras.
The elusive Cuban zebras. So there you have it.
We don't know what the float.
We still don't know what the floaty
I don't
things
know, it's
are.
weird.
I think they're having to look up to see if maybe it expired because you know why it would have expired? Because no one would buy this. None. No one. And the fact that some people would buy this shows that they have poor taste and make very bad life decisions. Maybe they have daddy or mommy issues. I don't know. But it's bad.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say it is the real lime juice, and it's like the pulp in orange juice.
Makes sense.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say, who in their right mind buys orange juice with the pulp in it?
But yes, it does appear that the Owens is expired.
Wait, what?
So,
What?
it's been nice with
back
everybody.
back this information train
It's
up
been nice
a second.
having everybody on this show.
Did you just?
Apparently we're not
Is
gonna
that
make it.
expired?
It looks like it is, yes.
So it turns out we're not going to make it to episode 56 due to some type of poisoning.
Our livers are going to ferment not because of the alcohol we drank the previous 10 weeks, but because the fact that we drank expired vinegar.
So not to put any weird voodoo out there, if the rooster dies between today and next week,
Blame the Clintons.
morals absolutely had something to do with it.
I snuffed the rooster.
Okay. All right. Well, since this may be our very last episode, thanks for tuning in to episode 55 with the Tournament of Fermentation. And remember, in a world full of chickens,
Snuff
be
the
a
rooster.
Did she just say snuff the rooster?
I ain't gonna die.
In a world full of chickens,
Be a rooster.
You're listening to Whiskey and Wine. Thanks for tuning in to Whiskey and Wine with the Rooster and the Madman, where you can catch brand new episodes every Saturday at 4 p.m. on Deep Dallas Radio on Locked and Loaded with DJ Shane Guns.
Special thanks to our sponsor, GiftedChicken.com, home to all your beard, bath, and body care needs. Veteran owner operator right here in North Texas. Remember to pick up a bottle of Overlord's Dungeon Oil. It's 100% all natural coconut oil.
Leaves a prickly on the insides.